Somewhere in a quiet English countryside, inside a factory that looks more like an art gallery than a car plant, a single craftsman is spending his entire day stitching one seat. Not one car, one seat. By the time he's done, he'll have poured more hours into that single piece of leather than most factories spend building an entire vehicle from start to finish. This is not an exaggeration, and this is not fiction. This is the reality behind the most luxurious car in the world. A machine so exclusive that owning one doesn't just mean you have money. It means you've entered a world most people will never even glimpse. A world where waiting lists stretch for years, where no two cars are ever truly identical, and where the price tag is almost the least interesting thing about it. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that world, piece by piece, until you understand exactly why this car sits alone at the very top of the automotive pyramid. Before we get to the car itself, we need to understand what luxury actually means at this level, because it has almost nothing to do with what most people assume. It's not about horsepower, it's not about top speed or lap times. True automotive luxury is measured in details so small that 99% of people would never notice them, yet somehow, subconsciously, feel them anyway. It's the precise engineered thud of a door closing, tuned over months until it sounds expensive and reassuring at the same time. It's a ride so smooth that a glass of champagne resting on the dashboard barely ripples, even over rough terrain. It's leather inspected for imperfections invisible to the naked eye, and wood paneling cut and matched so perfectly it looks like a single continuous piece of art, rather than separate panels stitched together. Luxury, at this level, is also about exclusivity in its purest form. Buyers aren't choosing from a catalog. They're commissioning something built entirely around them, down to the thread color, the artwork embedded into the dashboard, even a paint shade that has never existed anywhere else on Earth and never will again. And perhaps most importantly, luxury is about time. While an ordinary car might roll off an assembly line in under a day, the most luxurious car in the world can take months to build, almost entirely by human hands. That car is the Rolls-Royce Phantom in its most bespoke, fully customized form. And this isn't marketing hype or a magazine headline chasing clicks. It's the near universal consensus among designers, engineers, collectors, and the ultra-wealthy people who actually write the checks. For over a century, the Phantom has represented the absolute pinnacle of what Rolls-Royce is capable of. And today's version is the culmination of everything the brand has learned in that time. Every single one is assembled by hand at the home of Rolls-Royce in Goodwood, England, inside a building that feels less like a factory and more like a private atelier for the impossibly wealthy. What separates the Phantom from every other luxury sedan on the planet isn't one single standout feature. It's the obsessive, almost irrational commitment to perfection across every single component. From the hand-polished Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament, gleaming like a piece of jewelry, to the legendary Starlight Headliner, a ceiling embedded with thousands of tiny fiber optic lights, arranged to recreate a real night sky, positioned exactly how the owner wants it. Some buyers have commissioned the precise constellation from the night they got engaged. Others have recreated the skyline of the city where they were born, glowing softly above their heads every time they get inside. This is not just a car. It's a rolling, breathing piece of someone's personal story. Now let's talk numbers, because they matter, and because they reveal just how deep this rabbit hole really goes. A standard Phantom starts at roughly $500,000. But here's the twist. Almost nothing about this car is ever truly standard. Fully bespoke commissions regularly climb past $1 million. And certain one-of-a-kind creations have sold for dramatically more than that. Sometimes for reasons that have nothing to do with the car itself, and everything to do with who's buying it. So where does all of that money actually go? It starts with the leather. Rolls-Royce sources hides exclusively from cattle raised in regions without barbed wire fencing, because even a faint, invisible scar could ruin the flawless finish their clients expect. And it can take a single craftsperson several full days to hand-stitch just one seat. Then there's the wood. Every wooden panel inside a single Phantom is cut from the very same tree, ensuring the grain flows seamlessly across the dashboard, the doors, and the center console. In a process the brand calls book matching, similar to how you'd match pages of a novel. The paint process alone can take weeks, applied in layer after layer, hand-polished in between each one. And some owners have even requested paint infused with genuine crushed diamonds, so the car subtly sparkles the moment sunlight touches it. Underneath all of it sits a whisper-quiet V12 engine. But notice something interesting. Rolls-Royce rarely advertises its acceleration times or top speed, because in this world, performance stats are almost beside the point. What they're really selling is a feeling the brand calls waftability, the sensation of gliding effortlessly above the road rather than driving on it. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something, and I genuinely want you to answer in the comments below, because this is where the conversation gets really interesting. If you had unlimited money tomorrow, would you actually spend it on a car like this? Or would status symbols like this lose their appeal once the price stopped being a barrier at all? Drop your honest answer down below, because later in this video, I'm going to reveal something about who actually buys these cars that might completely change your perspective, so make sure you keep watching. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss where this story goes next. So who actually buys a car like this, and why? The client list includes royalty, heads of state, tech billionaires, and old money families who've maintained a relationship with the brand across multiple generations. Some clients spend over a year working directly with Rolls-Royce's bespoke design team before their car is even finished, a process that feels less like buying a vehicle and more like commissioning a private yacht. And here's something most people don't realize. For a huge number of owners, this car isn't really meant to be driven at all. It's meant to be ridden in. Many Phantom owners employ a full-time chauffeur, which means the rear seats, not the driver's seat, receive the most obsessive attention of all. Reclining leather thrones, individual entertainment screens, illuminated fold-out picnic tables, and even refrigerated champagne compartments are all designed with the passenger firmly in mind. There's a deeper psychological layer here too. Owning a car like this is a quiet, undeniable statement of arrival, proof that someone has reached a level of success where price has simply stopped being part of the conversation. But for true collectors, it goes even further than status. It's a genuine appreciation of human craftsmanship in an era where almost everything else in the world is mass-produced, identical and disposable. In that sense, a Phantom isn't just transportation. It's patience, heritage, and individuality, all rolled into one machine. And now here's the moment that changes everything. The detail that most car channels leave out entirely, because it's the real climax of this story. Rolls-Royce doesn't just build cars for the wealthy. In certain extraordinarily rare cases, they build cars that quietly rewrite what the word luxury even means. There have been commissions so secretive, so absurdly detailed, that the identity of the owner was never revealed publicly. Cars built with materials so rare that Rolls-Royce had to develop entirely new manufacturing techniques just to work with them, and price tags so far beyond public record that even industry insiders can only estimate what was actually paid. These aren't cars you can order. They aren't cars you can even ask about through normal channels. They exist in a tier so far above the standard, bespoke Phantom, that most Rolls-Royce dealers will never see one in their entire careers. And that's really the biggest revelation of all. The car we've been describing this entire video, the one already considered the most luxurious car in the world, might not even be the true peak. There's an invisible ceiling above it that almost nobody outside a tiny circle of billionaires will ever see, hear about, or even confirm exists. So the next time you see a Rolls-Royce Phantom gliding silently down a city street, understand that you're not just looking at an expensive car, you're looking at hundreds of human hours, generations of heritage, and a level of obsession over detail that borders on artistry. But you're also looking at something else, the visible tip of a world that goes far deeper than any of us will ever fully see. Somewhere out there, right now, a car exists that makes even this one look almost ordinary by comparison. And its owner will probably never say a single word about it publicly. So, I'll leave you with this question to sit with. If the most luxurious car most of us have ever heard of is still just the version we're allowed to know about, what do you think is actually sitting in a private garage somewhere in the world, completely hidden from view right now?